Wake up, New York.
Hey art world, artists and non-artists, art lovers and non-art lovers alike. It's me, Frederick Henderson, up Forever Art. We're back, discussing those things like art and artists, music and musicians, poetry and writers. Today we have a guest by the name of Caden Wright, who hails from North Carolina. She is an innovator, a photographer, and an artist. You'll like her work if you ever take the time to get to see it. But today you get that special insight from the artist herself, Ms. Caden Wright, who will discuss her point of view of art, her work, her message, and where she sees it going. So, without any further ado, art world, let's get right into it. Good day, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Forever Art. As your host, Mr. Frederick L. Henderson, I want to welcome a dear friend of mine, a fellow artist, a world traveler, a very inspirational type of person by the name of Miss Caden Wright. And we're just going to kind of answer questions about her vision about art, where it's going, how did she get involved, and where does she see the art community today and its future. So first and foremost, everyone, welcome Miss Caden Wright. Hello, Miss Wright.
Hi,
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Good, good. First and foremost, we want to thank you for being on the show today and taking a little time out to give us your opinion about art and your background in the art world. So,
My
with no,
background?
yeah, with no further ado, I will go ahead and start asking you several questions if you are ready.
Okay.
All right. First and foremost, would you mind telling the world about who you are, about yourself?
Okay. Well, I am an artist. I'm a photographer also. Um, I live in North Carolina. I travel. I've been to about four or five. I've been to five different countries. I take pictures wherever I go.
Okay. The other way.
What'd you say?
I can barely see you. Come over to the side to your right. There we go. Hey. See, world, she has this big old bright smile. All right, so now that you kind of gave us a little background about yourself and art and some of your travels, question about art. What would be considered your favorite medium?
My favorite medium. I would say my favorite medium of art would be oil painting as far as when I want to create art, but whenever I'm looking at art, I really like to look at photography
Hmm. So,
and
oil.
especially advertising and like campaign photography
Uh
and
huh.
magazines. I think they're
Oh, okay. All right. So, what? With that being said, what category would you classify yourself as an artist?
what category?
Yes.
Uh, I don't understand fully.
Okay. So, would you consider yourself a fine artist or, um, dang? I guess I should have had a better question for that. Would you consider
Well,
yourself?
I am a fine artist,
Okay.
but I'm also a photographer, so it's kind of like I would say I am a
It does. It does. Who were your biggest influencers?
my biggest influences. Well, my biggest influence as far as photography, I would have to say Anne Libet's. And I really liked her for a long time. She was one of the first photographers that I studied when I first studied photography back in 2010.
Uh huh. Where did you attend school?
I went to North Carolina A&T, and when I was abroad, I went to school Veritas University.
Mm-hmm.
It was an art and design school with also architecture.
Wow, kind of big range. So
But
when
of course,
sorry about that, it kind of timed out. I said I've looked at some of your work, and the one thing I pick out that I see a lot of is the sunflower. Can you tell me what significance that holds?
yes, the sunflower is a direct representation of my joy, and a lot of that comes from my mom. And when I remember things from the past, and my mom, she really liked the sunflower, and I guess you could say she introduced me to the sunflower.
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever I see the sunflower, it's just always a really good feeling inside of me, and it's always a feeling of joy, a feeling of comfort. And so
Wow. Dang, so your mom is a bit of an inspiration to you, and then that they kind of represent or they take on an emotional side of you, is what I gather.
uh-huh,
Okay.
definitely, definitely.
Hmm. Do you feel that when people see your work that they understand it, that your message is conveyed through that?
No and yes. I would say that it's almost about a 60-40. Some people, they look at it and they may understand the detail that the sunflower equals joy
Mm-hmm.
directly, then they don't necessarily get that connection, but they do understand the um, becoming of the sunflower. Like, for example, like that picture right there,
Yeah.
that one is a representation of becoming your own
Yeah. I would
joy.
ask you what
And so,
vision or what is your vision for you and your work here, now and the near future.
I would say my vision, it has definitely changed. I will say that. I know in the past I've always wanted, my artwork to make me a lot of money, and I wanted to only live off my artwork. When now simply I just want to be able to create freely, and I just want to show it to as many people that'll look at it, and hopefully through my work they will be inspired somehow, whether it's simply to think, oh, what does this mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's enough for me.